What are the top 5 apps for the brand new iPhone XR, brand new iPhone XS, iPhone X, iPhone 8, iPhone 7 Plus, pretty much any iPhone for golfers? Let's find out and let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time watching my content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to ring the notification bell, then you won't miss any of the content that I upload. You will get a notification straight away. If you're on Twitter, so am I. Make sure you check out my Twitter page. I'm always posting pretty cool golf information on there and running pretty cool giveaways. And if you like pictures, I love pictures and videos, so make sure you check out my Instagram page too. Now let's get back to this video on the top 5 apps for iPhones for golfers. Okay guys, so what spurred me on to do this video was I changed my phone last week. This isn't me branching way out of my comfort zone to do a review on a piece of technology, being the new iPhone. Has anyone got an iPhone I can buy? So the first app that I'm going to talk you through is the Shot Tracer app. Now this is an app which I use loads. I use it almost in every video I do. When you see clips like this, that's me using the Shot Tracer app. It is absolutely fantastic. I use it for loads of different things in videos. Obviously I show you ball flights. I even use it in lessons sometimes just to explain ball flights to people. And it's just pretty cool, to be fair. I'm going to quickly talk you through how to do it. So I'm going to go on Shot Tracer. Then I'm going to go import video, camera roll, and I'm going to find a real quick one. No, the one of the dog won't work, will it? Let's use one of our mid-handicap tester mark swings. So I've gone on there already. All I have to do is quick analyze, next analyze, and that's doing it for me now already. Now sometimes this works fantastically well, and if you guys use this app already, you'll know exactly what I mean. Has it worked? No. On this one, you can see how it just, it's nowhere near, is it? So what you would have to then do is start playing about with the start point and the end point and how much bend you want the shot to have and things. And I mean, it's not an expensive app. It's cost you a couple of quid. Sometimes I do it and it is absolutely on the nose, bang on. Very rarely, but for the money it costs and for how cool it actually is, you can put loads of different gimmicks on there. You can do this. I used that on the Titleist video, I think, and on the Bomb Tech video as well. So for me, that's one of the best apps for golfers on the iPhone. That's number 1. Now, which is the second app, which I think is one of the top 5 apps for golfers on the new iPhone or the old iPhone or pretty much an iPhone? For me, it had to be Swing U. Now, I went out on the golf course to try this out. This is a GPS app, and I did loads of talking out there, so I'm not going to keep you here in the office too much. Let's get out there and take a look, shall we? Okay, so I'm here on the first tee. I've just opened up Swing U app. It's telling me 456 yards and everything else is locked, so I assume there are some in-app purchases. But if we look at the screen here, if I tap the bunkers, that tells me I'm 320 yards away from the bunkers, so I can hit driver, and that's going to leave me with 144 yards in. Interestingly, it's not updated. They don't have the new bunkers on here, but this hasn't cost me anything at all so far. Let's go and play. And that shouldn't be far away. Let's get down there and see how far we've got in. Now, already looking at this Swing U app, I'm enjoying it, I'm liking it. There's obviously a lot of in-app purchases, but so far I've not spent one single penny on the app. It's telling me how far I've got to the hole. It's telling me I can plan the hole on the app. What more do you want for free? It's going to be interesting to see how many holes I can play before it starts asking me for money for the basic things. I've not signed anything to say I'm going to pay anything. But if you've got to pay a couple of pounds, you've got to pay a couple of pounds, haven't you? Nothing in this life comes for free, except really good YouTube content. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Okay, by no means the best drive I've ever hit here, but the screen here, as you can see, is still giving me some good numbers. It's saying I'm 184, and if I want to go middle of the green, 180, so pretty good. Let's see how it goes up against the Bushnell. 180 yards, a little bit downwind. Let's go a nice 7-iron this morning with the new Chris Ryan swing. If you've not seen my video with my lesson with Chris Ryan Golf, I'll put a link up to that above. That wasn't bad at all. I'm going to try to not get too engrossed in the golf in this video and focus more on the apps that we're talking about here. So far I'm one hole in with the Swing U app, and value for money. This thing's free. Obviously you have to have the iPhone, but it's doing everything I would want it to do, and it's nice and simple about it as well. If I want to put all my data in and my scoring in and keep stats, I can do that. I'm yet to find out if there's an upcharge for that. I'm gonna cover that with you back in the office. Let's play a couple more holes with the Swing U app and then move on to app number 2 for top 5 apps on the iPhone XR or whichever iPhone you're using. Quite like this for the and that is a birdie on the first hole with the Swing U app. So it's got to be worth buying or downloading, right? Okay, so we're here on the second tee. Easy is this app to change holes, because I know sometimes it can be a bit of a palaver. It already knows that I've changed hole. Birdie 3, putts 1. Oh my god. Penalty none, fairway. Oh, enhanced scoring, so that's where I would have to pay a little bit more. That's enhanced scoring as well, but to be fair, save score. So I've saved I've had a birdie, I've saved I've had 1 putt, and now we're on the second hole. Are we on the second hole? Nope, I don't want to be in the housing estate. This is absolutely, it knows I'm on the yellow tee. This is phenomenal. So then if I go up here and I just want to get it to the bunker, 259 yards to the bunker, that's going to leave me 72 yards in. Again, this is an old bunker, so Google Maps hasn't updated the course yet, but I know I can't hit driver, which for free, it's good information, isn't it? Let's do it. A perfect gapper 2-iron, about 230, 240 yards, nice and short of the bunker. It was never in question. And it's going to be a stress-free fairway hit and a stress-free shot to the green. Thanks, Swing U. Just a little side note there as well, that swing felt fantastic. Again, if you've not seen my lesson with Chris Ryan, I've linked that below for you. How did it look? Comment below, is it looking any different? I've not really practiced yet, shouldn't say that, but feels fantastic. I just love that when you plan a hole and basically now all I'm going to do is walk up this line here to where I planned it. Now that's something which these devices have over the Bushnell. It gives you the visualization of the hole. The Bushnell's fantastic, and it's always been a must-have in my bag for the last dozen years. This thing's 12 years old. But it doesn't give me a bird's eye view of the golf course, which, I mean, I play here every day. But if it's a golf course that you've not played before, that is a massive advantage to be able to see it from the sky, isn't it? You see, now this is something on the app which could maybe do with updating. It says here that I'm near enough, pretty much near the bunker, and the bunker's way up there. We've had a new bunker project, so a couple of them have moved. So it's maybe not as precise as it could be, but I guess there's not many courses having full bunker projects, is there? It'd be really interesting to see when Swing U update this or when Google Maps update this. That's a cool little point as well. If I turn the phone sideways, it gives me a scorecard. The little things, isn't it? 72 yards in, let's see what we can do. It's on the green, but it's not dancing. There's a Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2002 reference for you. Okay guys, I think I've pretty much seen all I need to know on the app Swing U. That is a birdie and a 2-putt par. Putts 2, par 4, save score. It's that easy. It really is that easy. Guys, let's get back in the studio. I'm going to talk you through a little bit more on the Swing U app. I'm going to talk you through what the in-app purchases get you, but to be fair, for free. I've really enjoyed the 2 holes I've just played with this. Let's get back in the studio. Let's talk what the in-app purchases get you, how good this app is, and let's get talking some other apps, guys. Okay guys, we are back here in the office, and that was my couple of hole review on the Swing U app, and as you could tell, as a whole, very impressed. But what about the in-app purchases? How much do I get for free and how much do I have to pay on top? Let's take a quick look at that. So as you can see here up on the screen now, we have a couple of different membership options. The first one is a looper, that's £1.83 a month or £21.99 billed annually. That gets you extended scoring, wind speed and elevation, which you couldn't use in competitions by the way, club tracking, improved distance to greens, on-course games and weekly golf giveaways. Sounds pretty good. What if we slide over to the premium membership? That's £7.33 a month or £87.99 a year. You get one-on-one lesson per month. I'd be really interested to see how that worked out, to be fair. I'm looking at going in online lessons myself, so I mean, watch this space for that. Library of over 500 drills and lessons. That's fantastic, but I'm going to branch out to that in probably one of the later apps that we talk about. Personal swing locker. So I assume you take some pictures of your swing and videos of your swing. Perfect. Enhanced scorecard and stats, shot tracking and club recommendations, and all the benefits of the previous Looper membership. Fantastic. £7.33 a month. It's still not bad, is it? What if we go on to the next one? Premium Plus, nearly £15 a month, £174.99 annually. 5 one-on-one lessons per month. Okay. Library of 500 plus different drills and lessons. Personal swing locker extended. Pretty much everything you get for the £7.33 one, but you get more lessons per month. So I do enjoy the idea of this home screen where I can kind of keep all my stats, keep all my scores, and just very quickly get to the rounds that I've played and take a look at them. That is very handy, and I do like that. All in all, for free, this is an absolutely fantastic app. It is absolutely, it's so good. So the next app I'm going to talk you through is another GPS app. It is fairly similar. It is called 18 Birdies, and it looks a little bit like this. So again, as we open the app up straight away, we are offered a kind of premium package. We're offered lessons. We're offered partner discounts at Asher Golf, Shipsticks, Linksole, Golf Digest, Click Caddy. Me and my golf are on there. That's great to see. Also Super Speed Golf, Dirty Larry Golf, Golf Tech. There are a lot of partnerships going on with this Birdie 18 app. But how did it get on when we went to play golf? Let's find out. Okay guys, so 18 Birdies as an app, what's it like? I can book tee times, I can buy premium membership. A lot of in-app purchases again, which I would expect, to be fair. A couple of games I can play, win trips and holidays and stuff. If you want to win a holiday, we've got something big coming for you. Let's go play golf. So I'm going to select a course. I'm not at Bradley Park, Huddersfield. Here we are. Start round. So it's picked up here that I'm on the first hole. I'm actually not, I'm on the third. So how easy is it to skip holes? Hole 3, really easy to skip holes there, so I'm happy with that. It's telling me I've got 506 yards total, and if I want to hit it down the middle at about 275, which is my driving distance, I'm going to be left with 216 yards in. Again, similar to the Swing U app, this has cost me nothing, and you can see there, 20 seconds I've set this up. Let's hit a drive down there and see how far down we can get. That's going to be an interesting one. That went left, obviously not the app's fault. Let's go find it and see how far we've got in. So straight away with all these apps, I'm starting to get a sense that the satellites are pretty similar in the way they work, which is good. I like that. I think it's good that you can see the bird's eye view. I've never really used anything like this before. I've always used the Bushnell, but it makes such a difference. So if we look at the screen now, I can pretty much plan. So I think I've gone left. I know I've gone through the trees there. So if I move that here, and I reckon I've gone about 240 left. I know I'm going to be in the trees. I know I'm going to have about 194 yards in. I can start planning my shot there, which should save time, shouldn't it? Okay, we've got down here and it's kicked left. I'm on the wrong hole. Do we go over or do we go through? Now this is one where the apps can really help me, because it's telling me I've got 207 yards to the middle. if I move this cursor back into the fairway, so if I chip through the trees back into the fairway, that's telling me that I'm going to have 57 yards through there and leave myself 163 yards. I can handle that, that's still a birdie opportunity. If I try to go over the trees, gap wedge about 115 yards, that is going to leave me 94 yards. It's a bit of a risk though, isn't it? Let's get back on the fairway. As you can probably hear there, that didn't go to plan. We are still out there. Let's go and see how far we've got in. So playing percentages has definitely paid off there. It's still got out. I'm not left with any egg on my face. I have 171 yards left in, so it's not ideal. We've got a bit of a gnarly lie. I'm going to try and hack an 8-iron down there and try and see what we can do with it. Again, the new bunker isn't on there, so I could have got caught out with that. I think that's more our problem than the app's problem. We maybe need to tell people to update things like this. Just a real quick one as well, because I did this with the Swing U app. Let's see how consistent it is with the trusty old Bushnell. Absolutely on the nose again. Don't need that thing anymore, do I? Oh, be good. Be good. Sit. And that is a birdie opportunity. Now I can't help but thinking a bird's eye view gives me a much better visualisation of the hole, and evidently, there we are, more birdie opportunities. We're even taking the flag out for this one. You see, for me, there's quite a lot of joy I take out of that birdie. It's not just a massive drive, like a scabby shot onto a par 5 green, which is reachable in winter, and then 2 putts. It was a bad drive. Then I used my noggin, I used the app, I used the numbers on here to plan out the hole and make a good birdie. Now what I like about that is it's not asked me to pay anything to put all the stats in there. However, I do have, if I go scores, maximum holes. We'll discuss that in the office. Let's go and play another one. Now, I've never been a massive believer in all these kind of online stats and smartphone stats that you keep. I've always just thought if I want to keep stats and I want to note down fairways, hit puts, I'll just do it on a scorecard. But then having this thing here almost makes me do it, because I don't know if I'm just doing it for the video, but if I tried to do it on a scorecard, chances are I'm just going to get lazy. 6 holes in if I'm a couple over par, it happens to be a couple under par, but if I'm a couple over par and it's not quite going right, chances are that card's staying in the bag till the end. I'm going to try and remember them. Whereas if I'm using this for a GPS, it's a quick reminder, yep, I need to put that in, fairway, non-fairway, green, number of putts, and move on. Okay, next hole, par 3, how easy is it to move on? It's that easy, really, really simple there. It's telling me that I now have 164 yards to the middle, 147 front, 178 back. Really good numbers these. It's so simple. Flags at the back, it's going to be playing about 170. Let's see what the Bushnell says. 173. And I guessed that because these obviously aren't exact numbers to the flag, so I was 3 yards out with average numbers. And again, so far, this thing has cost me nothing, apart from obviously the phone. It's another good one. These things are good as well. Can I just use all these apps? Does anyone want to buy a 12-year-old Bushnell? I'm only joking, mate, sorry. Then I'm going to talk more in-app purchases in the office in a second and just see how much that can tot up with different things you buy on there. Obviously apps are only as good as what they cost, so sometimes you can end up paying 50-60 quid on in-app purchases, which in my eyes is a little bit misleading, but when you're getting this amount of quality for free. So guys, I'm leaving with another birdie putt here, 18 birdies. Can we make it 2 birdies out of 2? No, we can't, but it is a nice easy par to finish off the 18 birdies round with. Let's get back to the office and let's just talk in-app purchases and how I thought this app went out here on the golf course. Okay guys, I know what you're thinking. God, he's playing well today, isn't he? Yes, I was playing well. I filmed that the other day, so yeah, anyway. So as we go into the feed page, it is very much like a Facebook page, just obviously golf related more than anything. We can go into the marketplace. I can book tee times on there, which is great. Premium benefits overview. I can book rounds. I can do pretty much anything I want on this app. Again, a fantastic golf GPS app. Really enjoyed using this. Loads of different in-app options. So if I want to get my golf on, I've got loads of different options for that. What about... So for premium, we are talking $4.99 a month or $44.99 annually, saving 25%, which is very good of them. What does it get you? It gets me discount, it gets me more lessons, it gets me the partnership discounts that we spoke about earlier, partnerships with Asher Golf, Shipsticks, Linksole, Golf Digest, Click Caddy, Me and My Golf, Super Speed Golf, Dirty Larry, Golf Tech, Red Vanley. Don't know if I said that right. Pretty much very, very similar to the Swing U app, which I started with. A fantastic piece of equipment, initially for free. Okay guys, that is 3 apps down of my top 5 apps for golfers for the iPhone, any iPhone. Moving on to my penultimate app for the iPhone, and it's not just on an iPhone. You'll get it on here as well, you'll get it on your phone, you'll get it on, I'll get my iPad, but YouTube. The app that you are using now. Now YouTube has so many different uses. If you want to change your car oil, if you want to fit window blinds, if you want to learn how to unplug the sink, if you want to learn how to fit a shower, everybody seems to go on YouTube now. And YouTube has some fantastic content, not only with the big guys on there, your Crossfield, your Shields, your Finch, Me and My Golf, Chris Ryan. Shout out Chris for the lesson work you did with me. That swing is looking awesome out there. But there's also smaller guys like, I like to think myself, you have Dan Webster, you have Mike Newton, you have Ali Taylor. Not to mention entertainment values of people like Golf Vlogs UK that are absolutely smashing it out there. YouTube is a fantastic app for golfers. If you are bored and you need to get your golf fix, is there a better place than the very app that we are using now? I don't think so. Okay guys, so we've got 1 app left and we're going back out on the golf course for this. It is another app that came to my attention because of you guys on my community tab. It is Hole 19. Okay guys, we are back with on-course GPS apps and I'm on hole 19. Not the 19th hole, not the pub, the app, unfortunately. Let's have a look. So does it find out where I am? No, it thinks I'm on the 1st and I'm not. So I'm going to just keep skipping over. I'm now on the 5th, the par 5. So much easier when you've seen the hole already. I think that's on that point. Oh, near enough. So another very similar one. As I'm moving, the cursor is moving there, so it's kind of just picking up a few yards, which is good. It saves me having to keep moving this little cursor whenever I want to move, although I would do anyway, just to make sure it's exactly where I am. Maybe build that into my routine a little bit. One thing I have noticed with these apps is it is slowing me down a little bit. I'm definitely taking more time. I mean, I'm a fast golfer anyway, so it's not maybe a bad thing for me, but I imagine for some club golfers, if you do use these apps, make sure you're nice and quick with them. I even found myself there putting in scores on the green, or nearly on the green. Shouldn't be doing that. It's bad habits that you really don't want to be getting into by using these things. I never played with my Bushnell on the green, did I? Okay, so a really interesting one here. I haven't had to move that marker at all. It's telling me I've got 240 to the green, so that's just about reachable. That must have been a good drive. How far was the drive? If I take the drive back to the tee, that's telling me I've hit a 301 yard drive. Fairly happy with that, to be fair. That's as good as I can hit, but it's gone a little bit left. We might be able to make up for birdie there. It's going to be a worst case scenario par, I would have. So a little bit of instant feedback there for the Hole 19 app. Pretty good. All these apps are very, very similar. And I think my ranking of them is going to come down to the in-app purchases that I'll talk you through in the office. And I guess a lot of it can come down to how the user face inside the actual app can help you improve your game. So yes, I can keep my stats. Yes, I can note them down. But how can I use them? Is there any way I can store them? Is there a database I can contrast them with my friends and compete? That again would be something that I would look for, but it's going to be another in-app purchase, isn't it? All these GPS apps that I have reviewed today cost nothing, and even if you just use the most basic of uses for them, They're fantastic, and I'm definitely gonna, I don't know which one I use, but I'm definitely gonna have one on that phone, even just in case the Bushnell battery dies and I need something. How often does that happen? Now, I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but I've hit every green in regulation when doing these GPS reviews. And I'm not that good. I don't know if it's making me concentrate more. I don't know if, obviously I had a lesson the other day and the swing isn't feeling great actually. It might be looking a little bit better, but it still feels raw. But that's the 5th birdie opportunity in 5 holes. Not to be that time, guys, but like I said right at the beginning of the video, comment below, what GPS system are you using? Is it a Bushnell? Is it a handheld device? Is it a Garmin? Is it a GoPros don't make them, do they? But what kind of GPS are you using? What distance measuring device? Are you using anything? So we've just finished the hole there, and how easy is this one? So I skip over to the next, and you can see how it's asking me now, what did I get? How many putts? I definitely didn't pick up. Putts 2, par 5, sand shots none, penalties none, fairway I think that's a yes. On to the next one. So another really easy scoring method there with hole 19. So hole number 6, if I now move this marker up to those bunkers which are still there, 2, 4, 4. I'm going to try and carry those today. It's going to be close, but that's going to leave me less than 100 yards in, and that'd be another birdie shot, wouldn't it? Let's do it. Oh, again, if I move this one sideways, I also have a scorecard. I do like that. It's gonna be close. Where are we? Where are we? Have we made it? We made it! Yes! That's a big drive, is that? I don't know how it's even finished there, to be fair. How did it finish? There. Now, I'm not saying that I aimed for this gap here, primarily because I wasn't aiming for that gap there, but we do have a real chance now at getting that ball close. We have 79 yards, as you can see there, and that is to the middle. Let's see what the Bushnell's saying. Bushnell's saying 79 yards, so not far away, and I think for your average Joe or average golfer, not the average golfer, but for an average golfer, 2 yards, nah, is it going to make much of a difference? Oh, that is on it. Be good, be good. Sit. Oh, it's gone long. How good that looked in the air, but it's gone long. It took a skip. I don't know how has it skipped from that strike? I guess hitting every green on this test would be a little bit too much to ask. Let's see if we can get up and down for par, then let's get back to the studio. I believe we've got one more app to talk through, and this is a goodie. Okay, as we are back in the office, we played another couple of holes there. Played them pretty well. Shame about that finish. Yeah, I'm losing sleep over it now, guys, I know. But what about hole 19 app? I found this absolutely phenomenal. To be honest, I'm really struggling to split the 3 GPS apps that I have used in this video. They've all been fantastic, they've all been phenomenal. It all comes down to those in-app purchases. So basically those 3 apps are very, very similar. It would basically come down to the cheapest for me. I think they all perform very, very well. I know you guys use some of them religiously, some of them you don't use religiously. I know some of you out there will be screaming at me down the lens, hole 19's the best one. And I know some of you will be screaming down the lens, 18 birdies is the best, and there, so on and so forth. For me, I enjoyed all 3 of those apps, and if you are looking for a GPS to take out onto the golf course, I would 100% be looking at those. For me, the Shot Tracer app has to be probably the most fun because it looks like you're watching golf on TV and it costs you a couple of pounds. Sometimes it does take a little bit of messing about with, but when you can produce videos like this, it's a great stroke. In a matter of minutes or even seconds, I can do that in a lesson and show someone a ball flight and explain what I mean by that ball flight, and it is fantastic. Sometimes you can just show your mates that you've actually spanked a drive, and that's fun as well. YouTube has to be up there with apps for pretty much everything, but I do really enjoy the content that goes on there. Like I said, not only from the big boys, but also from a lot of the smaller YouTubers as well. Guys, I've been James Robinson. For once, I'm not here at Huddersfield Golf Club. I am in my wonderful office. If you enjoyed that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Put the thumbs up. If you want me on Twitter, I am here. and also Instagram is there. Guys, see you soon.